Hi everyone. Hopefully I don't have anything in my teeth. I was eating before I hopped on here, but I had to hop on because I wanted to show you guys what I got. So I'm going to quickly fill you guys in on what's been going on with me since we talked last. So I was letting you guys know that due to COVID-19, all of the clinics being closed, yada, 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 same as everybody else, that I was just sitting back and waiting and trying naturally and seeing how that went. So we did. We tried naturally. Unfortunately, most of the days where we should have been practicing or, trying to make this thing happen, he was in a bad mood. So I knew it was going to be a bust because we didn't have sex enough, because he was just grouchy, for a lot of that week, coincidentally. And then, of course, as soon as we're not supposed to be worrying about the sex party, and that's great when you just can, he was fine. So it just wasn't a good month for us to try. Let's put it like that. So ended up having my cycle this past Saturday, and I was like, all right, well, what are we going to do? In my mind, not with him. We don't talk about it a whole lot. We do a little bit, but just not a whole lot, because I don't want it to be like it's an ongoing topic. So thinking to myself, I'll call the clinic Monday, see what they say. So I called the clinic Monday. Lo and behold, I let them know I started my cycle, and they said, cool, do you want to work on another retrieval? I'm like, what? We can do this? And they're like, yeah, we can go ahead and do it. So I was ecstatic. The last time I had talked to my doctor, she had let me know that once they did open back up, they would put me at the top of the list due to my diminished ovarian reserve situation. So I was really excited that we were able to start another retrieval. So she gave me my estimated calendar dates. So unfortunately, though, because I was out for 2 months, I have to do birth control again. And if you guys can remember from my prior videos, I hated the birth control. I literally thought it was going to ruin our relationship. My emotions all over the place. So I was like, before, when we were starting right back into another cycle, she told me I wouldn't have to do birth control, and I was so excited. But unfortunately now, since we've been out so long, I have to do birth control. So I started birth control on Monday night. So far, so good. It's been much better. I've been my normal self. It hasn't really bothered me other than I have a headache almost every single day right here. I have one right now. And I really try. I'm not a big fan of medication, just in general. Go figure, IVF. So I usually don't take medicine for my headaches. I just deal with them and, usually get some coffee. But to naturally cure it, get some caffeine, knock it out. But haven't had coffee in months now. So don't want to do that. So I'm just kind of dealing with them. And then if it gets too bad, I'll take some Tylenol and see what happens. But with that, we went ahead and we talked, and she let me know that we could go ahead and get this thing going. So I am going to do my baseline sono on May 4th. The only requirement that's much different than the last process is I have to do a COVID-19 test before I start my stem. So at baseline, May 4th, I have to do a COVID-19 test. I'll let you guys know how that is. I've seen it, the whole, if you ever had a flu test, it's similar but worse because they have to do both nostrils and they have to twist it around and it doesn't look great. A little about that, but it is what it is. Luckily, my job does cover those tests, so I don't have to worry about paying for it because it's like $200. So, in the mail today, I got 2 packages. I just emptied out this first one, so let me see if I can show you. Here's the big one I haven't taken out yet. So unlike my last one, if you guys watch my last videos, my last delivery of my meds did not go well, and everything got lost, and I ended up wasting a bunch of medication. I was not happy. But this time, here are my Gonal F pins, safe and secure. So I have them, and so I'm going to put these bad boys in the refrigerator this time. Last time mine ended up not being in the refrigerator. It's a long story. It's a mess. And then we also did a slight change to my protocol. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not on the previous video, but instead of doing Cetrotide this time, I'm doing Ganirelix. So she basically stated that my body didn't respond really well to the Cetrotide. So the last time that I took, last time I did my retrieval process with my stems, I did Cetrotide day 4. And I only stemmed for 7 days, if you guys remember. So I did Cetrotide day 4 in order to antagonize the antagonist, and it didn't work. I went in for my next ultrasound every day thereafter, and those little suckers were just every day. They were growing. Like, I think when I started the Cetrotide, I had one of my follicles that was 15. And by the next time I went, it was 17 and a half, even with the Cetrotide. And then the following day, it was 20. That was the one that ended up being like 23 plus. So all the rest of them were doing the same thing. They were just, every day they were going 3 millimeters at a time. And it's like, so she wants to see if I can stem a little bit longer than 7 days. And so the goal is trying to get me to 9. And so she's hoping that by switching to the Ganirelix instead of the Cetrotide that it will work. But they're very similar. Just some people's bodies respond differently. And so because my insurance doesn't cover Ganirelix, there is Cetrotide preferred pharmacy and insurance coverage. So I had to pay these out of pocket. So because I think I mentioned to you guys before, I do have insurance. My job does cover a portion of the meds. I'm not at my cap though. So this will be my last round that we don't have to that we actually have help with as far as insurance coverage. So if we do this, I have to do this again, it'll be fully out of pocket. So anyway, that's my news for the day. So I got my meds, got my calendar. If all works well, my estimated retrieval week will be the week of the 17th. And so we'll see how it goes. Other than that, I've just been hanging out at the house. My son, his birthday is Saturday. He will be 11. So we're going to celebrate with sushi on Saturday and celebrate his birthday in the house. So we've been home. We've been having great walks though. We walk about 5 miles with my mom 3 times a week, 4.5, about 5 miles. That's been great. It helps, keep me going and trying to lose all the weight that I gained from the last cycle. I literally gained like 15 pounds from the time I started my IUIs through the stem process. A lot of it, I think I'm very sensitive to medication, which is why I don't like taking it. Anytime I take anything, I blow up. It like never fails. So that's part of the reason why I'm not a big fan of meds, but I got to do what I got to do for this, and it's worth it. So I'm trying to get some of that off though, so I can be in the best shape that I can be for this next round. So anyway, just wanted to update you guys. I hope everybody is well and staying safe. Just be safe. Stay in the house if you can. If you have to go out, especially for those who are on the front line, I definitely salute all of you. I'm an essential employee, but I have the ability to work from home, so I'm blessed to be able to do that. So I get to stay home with my son every day. So you guys be safe. Hope everybody is well. Bye.